Lots of rumors are starting to circulate regarding John Cena's 2025 schedule, so we'll see what that's about. We'll also check out what's new with Samantha Irvin, Solo Sikoa, and more. Starting things off with another update to the Samantha Irvin situation. It continues to be a highly talked about situation. Reports are now claiming that while, yes, her actual departure from the company occurred on good terms and left doors open, it's now being reported that people in the company are allegedly not too happy with Samantha Irvin's recent crash outs on social media. She's responding to a lot of tweets, cursing out fans, putting a lot of backstage business out there, saying that the company did not see her as much more than a ring announcer, and so many more responses to other fans and troll tweets. So despite the departure happening on good terms, reports claim that those good terms are really being a bit soured up by those recent social media crash outs. 2025 will be John Cena's last full active year as an in-ring competitor in WWE. Every single event that happens in the calendar year will be John Cena's final time at those individual events, meaning that WrestleMania 41 will be his final WrestleMania as an active ring competitor. And since Cena first made this reveal, fans have been buzzing nonstop about who they would like to see as John Cena's final WrestleMania opponent. Well, Wrestling News Observer is now reporting that one of the big talked about WrestleMania 41 options right now for John Cena is the idea of him challenging one of the two world champions. John Cena is tied with Ric Flair for the most WWE world titles in history with 16 titles. In order to break that tie and stand alone in history, John Cena has to win his 17th world title. So if they do a storyline of John Cena getting his last ever world title match at WrestleMania 41, with that match being his last ever attempt at breaking the world title tie, it's going to create a very high stakes and intense final WrestleMania match for John Cena either way, win or lose. The community is a bit split on if John Cena should actually capture the world title during this WrestleMania 41 match. Some fans feel like John Cena deserves to go out on top and win that 17th world title in his final year. Wins have been very hard to come by for John Cena in recent years. He's still not won a singles match in what happens to be 7 years. So fans feel like since if this truly is it, and we'll never see him in the ring again after 2025, that they should put the world title on him one last time, even for a very short title reign. Maybe something to the likes of what we just saw with Bryan Danielson in AEW. He hinted that he was coming up at the end of his career, got one last world title match, and actually won the title for a short but very honorable title reign to celebrate wrapping up his full-time career in the ring. So similar idea for John Cena, celebrate his career with one final world title reign. The way the reports label it, it sounds like the company is deciding between giving Cena a WWE title match with Cody Rhodes or having him face Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. And Cody's been saying a lot recently that WrestleMania 41 is going to be a much different route than what fans expect. So what if the fans are expecting Cody to defend against Roman and The Rock, but his actual WrestleMania 41 opponent turns out to be John Cena? That'll definitely count as being the unexpected surprise that Cody's been teasing in recent weeks. But assuming that Cody will be busy with Roman Reigns and The Rock, it looks like it'll be more realistic for John Cena to challenge for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 41. The champion may still be Gunther, or maybe it's someone else by then, but it seems like that title that Cena has a way better shot at contending for, since WWE's title scene is a bit overloaded right now. So judging by those early reports and rumors, it does look like John Cena will be having a lot of big matches and big opportunities sprinkled in throughout his farewell tour. So it's something that a lot of fans are looking forward to. Prior to Crown Jewel, Solo Sikoa had not competed in a match since October 18th. And on top of not competing since that date, Solo Sikoa was also pulled from a lot of previously scheduled live event matches against Cody Rhodes. So this fact naturally created some worry on if something was wrong with Solo Sikoa and if he was dealing with some sort of injury. Well, reports are now claiming that Solo Sikoa was blocked from competing in the ring for several weeks, strictly as a precaution to keep him healthy for upcoming big matches. One of these matches they were protecting him for was the 6-man tag match at Crown Jewel, and with rumors of a Bloodline War Games match being on the horizon, it looks like this protection of Solo Sikoa could continue in the weeks after Crown Jewel. And very understandably so, because a lot of weight with this story is resting on Solo Sikoa's shoulders. He's the main driving villain of the story. If he goes down, basically the whole current Bloodline story goes down with him. Obviously, the story will not be the same if it's the OG Bloodline versus just the Tongans and Jacob. So Solo's role in this story is very crucial and very big. He desperately is needed to keep it going in a big fashion. So that's why it appears that they've been cutting down his television matches and live event matches. Solo is a main event star now, so it looks like they'll make his matches a rare attraction, rather than someone who just competes every single week. And that's fair because Roman gets that limited match schedule, so it makes sense since to have his tribal chief counterpart be on a limited competing schedule as well. So that's why Solo's been pretty inactive in recent weeks. Thankfully, it's completely unrelated to an actual injury and just precautionary measures to make him good for the long haul, because this Bloodline story is obviously nowhere close to being finished. Speaking of the Bloodline story, the November 1st edition of SmackDown featured the long-awaited reunion of the original Bloodline members. Roman and Jay put their issues behind them and reunited to take on the new Bloodline. But it was not completely smooth. Jey Uso did lay down some rules and regulations for how this reunion will work. He let Roman know that this run is not going to be about fueling Roman with power and being henchmen again. Jey Uso said that this trio reunion will work as them being all equals to each other, and the second he feels even the slightest amount of disrespect, he's going to be gone right away. So it's something that Roman has to remember just in case he gets into one of his moods. If Roman yells at Jey or does anything Jey views as disrespectful, Jay's not going to go through all the back and forth abuse this time around. He's going to walk away instantly, no question asked. And the fact that they even planted that seed in the first place makes it seem like that'll be the payoff in the near future, with some type of high tense moment and high emotion moment. The OG Bloodline is back together and all is well with their reunion right now, but we can't forget that the new Bloodline still outnumbers them 4-3 right now. So that signals that hard times may still be ahead for the OG Bloodline. They may suffer some losses, suffer some beatdowns, and more, because the odds are still against them. So when those hard times start coming in, maybe that's when Roman will start losing his cool again, and maybe that's going to lead to Jey temporarily stepping away from the reunion as well. So there's definitely a lot that they could do with that planted seed of Jey leaving from any form of disrespect. Will they pay that off? Will Jey regret his decision to reunite and step away, only to be brought back again later on? Could that be what's coming, or will the original Bloodline hold it all together this entire time until they get reinforcements like Sami Zayn and Paul Heyman? But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.